We were seeing things that we had never seen before. Without this technology, there are many areas in the world we just wouldn't go. The risk is too high. The global context for BP is exploration through production, and it's the right data at the right time.
A lot of the remaining reserves are in existing reservoirs. We find ourselves exploring in more and more complex environments where drilling and seismic technology are pushed to the limits. It means that we have to challenge all our assumptions, break the old methods, and develop new ones.
We kind of went from a world where we were really struggling to image subsalt assets to a place where we're actually doing it today, and we're imaging things that we never really thought we would image. All you can see on the surface is the ground, and you don't really know what the shape of things are beneath the ground. So imagine layers of sand and shells piled up over the millennia, and then they're folded. And so you can see mountains on the surface, but sometimes those mountains are beneath the ground.
Our job is to take pictures beneath the surface of the Earth. We use sound to take those pictures. We've got a salt canopy in the Gulf of Mexico which distorts the waves. Our job is to come up with methods to take those bends out.
When we actually get the data out of the field, it's just a bunch of digits on a disk. It's up to the processing guys to turn it into something usable.
The sound you hear behind you is 20,000 CPUs and 3,000 terabytes of disk. We're in the High Performance Computing Center right now, and this is where we do all our number crunching on the seismic data that we get from all over the world. What's fantastic about having this resource is that we can worry about the science and not the computers. It enables us to rapidly test new concepts on real seismic data. It keeps going 24/7, non-stop. When we go home at night, these computers keep going. When we get up, the jobs are still running. All these computers are linked together with a massive network. What all these thousands of CPUs are doing is they're processing advanced algorithms to different portions of the seismic data, and then they bring it all together in the end to create the final image.
When we collect this seismic data and bring it in-house, we can actually slice through that data, map that data, and basically produce topography maps that are actually below the surface. So instead of a map you might use to go hiking, we're making a map that looks just the same with contour lines on it, but it's actually from the subsurface. And using that, we can place our wells.
One of the unique things we did in this project, we formed the image as the data was being acquired. As we added more and more data, we started to compare it to what we had, and we were seeing things that we had never seen before. We would bring over the interpreters and we would be saying, look at this. Once we were forming those images, the excitement kind of ran up and down the hall. The difference was like turning on your windshield wipers during a rainstorm and being able to see the road ahead like you've never seen it before.
We're now in a place where we can actually see where we're drilling, we can see where faults are, we can see where the reservoir is, and we can understand how much oil is down there and make sense of the wells once we drill them.
BP has had a long-term commitment to having a seismic imaging team. It doesn't happen overnight. We've got people with decades of experience that needed to come together to deliver these technologies.
We're the leaders in the industry to go out and shoot this new kind of data. You don't just have to shoot the data. You've got to put a lot of R&D effort into understanding how to process the data. And so BP's still ahead in that arena. We're picking up the right leases, we're drilling the right wells, we're reducing our costs because of this data, and that benefits all of us.
The bottom line is it's going to enable us to recover a lot more reserves, probably in excess of 1 billion barrels.